Welcome back, I'm DRN and this is Mechabellum. We're going to our second tournament in quite some time, and we're back in Rookie Group 2. Dolt. I'm a returning player, so it's not quite figured out where I belong yet, but well, let's just play the game and have some fun. So we're offered Supply, Rhino, Elite and Cost Control. I'm not a fan of Elite or Cost Control, so it's choice here for me between Supply and Rhino. I like the units on the Rhino Specialist better, but I like the hero power on Supply Specialist the most, because the extra money is just invaluable. It lets you pick items and powers that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get if you're still trying to hit 2 units a turn minimum. We're against Stormcaller Fangs, so we definitely want late arriving crawlers. So the way to beat Stormcallers is just to get crawlers right up into their face, after you've dealt with the enemy chaff. Unlock Arclight because it's free and we can use them next turn maybe, but this turn I'm just going to flood the board with millions of crawlers. Let's put our steel balls at the back, and these crawlers just a little bit in front of them. I want the crawlers just a little bit ahead of them so that the tanks or snipers that our opponent buys will target the crawlers first, and our balls will then be the follow-up secondary wave. Fangs and Stormcallers. He's probably going to go Sniper then to back them up. Or he might go Arclight to clear chaff. If he goes Arclight, we're in trouble, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. We can always adjust next round if necessary. Okay, Arclights, we're in trouble. They are fantastic at killing crawlers, and all I've bought is crawlers. Whoops. Ah well, we'll figure this out. Stormcallers, the bane of my existence. I always struggle against these rockets for some reason. Always have done and always will, but at least we've got millions of crawlers this time. Yes, if we get the steel balls onto the Arclights, we win this easily. They just melt them with the beams. Nice, we've just overwhelmed him. That's exactly what we were going for. Oh, I didn't quite get the tower experience, but never mind. Can't have everything. That was still a really good round for us. Right, our first pick is kind of between heavy armor and portable shield really here. It's too early in the game to be thinking about improved fortresses or improved wraiths. Sorry, mass-produced wraith. I'm thinking portable shield here because then they'll survive overkill from like one big shot like a fortress shot. Heavy armor is good if you want to go lifesteal on your balls, because then they can drain back up to full health again. But there's nothing here for me to lifesteal off of. Right, our first unlock is a big choice. I'm going to go fast Phoenix because I think he's likely to buy more Arclights and maybe even tanks to try and clear our chaff faster and protect his Stormcallers. And Phoenixes will counter both of those comfortably. It gives him something else to think about, having to deal with a flyer as well. And if there's an annoying rushed Vulcan, they'll deal with it quite nicely. Okay, he's bought even more Fangs and an extra Arclight in the midline. We should be okay here, it's just a lot of Fangs for us to chew through. Good spacing on all our units. It's hard for him to blow them all up with a single missile, all these Stormcallers. Our opponent's quite bunched in. He's kind of crying out for a Vulcan from me here. Just the AoE flamethrowers, or maybe even the missile upgrade with the rockets which drop off fire pods would be great. I'd need to position it carefully though so it doesn't get targeted by the Stormcallers first. Or to die before it does anything. I think we're going to lose this one because we haven't cleared the Fangs fast enough, so the steel balls got stuck before they got to the Arclights. That's okay though, I think we know exactly what our next play is going to be. Offer the speed up, see if our opponent agrees. This round looks over to me. Yeah, that's fine, let's see what we get offered. Ooh, that's annoying. Marksman and Mustangs both answer our Phoenixes. Melting Point would be very hard to kill, and Scorpions blow up our balls, so they're all good choices for our opponent. But let's not calamitize, let's focus on what's good for us. Marksman wouldn't be bad, they'd deal with the Arclights, but we need to get through 1,000,001 Fangs, so maybe that would take too long. Mustang is solid. I like Mustangs at a relatively high level, they chew through everything pretty quick. They make great carriers for damage items like the improved fire control. Right, now we need to be really careful where we position this Vulcan. Don't want to get hit by the Stormcallers. Yeah, this looks good. I'm going to upgrade these guys. Normally I wouldn't upgrade chaff, but these ones will be covered by the Vulcan and they're going to get onto the tower and the Stormcallers. I'm just going to pull him back a bit, just to be a little bit safer. He's a huge investment. If he dies too quickly, I'll be very sad. Ooh, our opponent's got a melting point and put it on the right side in more ways than one. Dough. I think we should be okay though, we've got millions of chaff. And as long as we get bodies in front of the Vulcan, the melting point will never hit the Vulcan. We should be okay in theory. He's also got mechanical rage on these fangs, which means they'll run forward quite quickly, which is good for us. It means the Vulcan gets to catch them much earlier. But it's also bad for us because it means they're quite good at killing crawlers. So let's see what happens. This missile, I'm not sure. What was he trying to catch with it? It's only going to hit these split crawlers. Oh, it did tag the Vulcan and slow it down, but he wouldn't have known it was there. Not first, it's 50 gold he's not going to get back, and that's 50 gold more on the board that we've got. Yeah, this right side is breaking through really nicely despite the missile, so I think we're doing pretty well. Can we kill this melting point before it gets too much of value from us? Shoot the tower! Ugh, not quite in time. So we get debuffed first. No worries, I think we still win this comfortably. He doesn't have anything to kill the Vulcan now. The melting point's dead. Our opponent doesn't seem to like speeding up, so I'm not going to push him. Let everyone play the game at the pace they enjoy. There's no need to rush. Gives us more time to think and plot our next move. And enjoy the fireworks and carnage, watching our Vulcan tear everything apart. Or the Phoenixes, as the case may be. What a difference a single Vulcan makes. Oh, super armor. Is that a bait? Oh, that'd be so good on a Vulcan. It costs so much though. Oh, I'm tempted. Would it go well on the balls? No. It has to go on a giant if we're buying it. He's already got a melting point on the field. Let's do it. Right, another Vulcan and the same spacing so it's safe from the Stormcallers. Gonna put the super heavy on this side because it's further away from the melting point. This melting point's his biggest threat right now. Kinda scared of it. Right, now we're gonna need some more chaff ourselves. Let's get some slow moving stuff in case he gets aircraft to try and counter our Phoenixes and Vulcans. Or maybe fast moving chaff to dodge the rockets. No, rhinos are terrible into melting point. Let's just get some more crawlers to protect the Vulcans. Should be arriving just in front of this guy. So these Stormcallers don't hit our Vulcan straight off the bat. Yeah, this seems reasonable. Let's see what he's thinking. Ooh, Incendiary Bomb, more fangs, and Scorpions. Nice, I like it. Though we already have Phoenixes which counter the Scorpions, so I'm not sure. Another random missile. But these crawlers have already done their job diverting these Stormcallers, so we're okay. Oh, don't want that melting point hitting the Vulcan. Nice, the Phoenixes are killing the Scorpion. I think he might have been better off with more melting points rather than Scorpions. Maybe he couldn't afford them. I guess he has been struggling to clear our chaff, apart from with this Incendiary Bomb. Yeah, he wins this, but he spent, what, 2 missiles and an Incendiary Bomb? That's another 200 gold that he's not got on the board for next round. Not worried, I think we're still comfy. Ooh, speed's jumping out at me, helping us dodge the missiles and get our crawls onto stuff faster. And our Vulcans aren't exactly sprightly in the first place anyway. Yeah, speed it's gotta be. Right, upgrade these Phoenixes, they've earned it, and they're going to be better at killing the melting point and the Scorpions with some levels. And the question is, what do we want to do about this lot? He's struggled to clear our chaff. He's going into fangs with upgrades. Oh, I am rusty, I haven't checked what specialist he's playing. Wow, okay, supply versus giant. I'm suddenly worried about war factories. So to counter war factories you need lots of bodies on the board to distract all their shooting. And you need decent damage to be able to actually get through all their HP. So I think Mustangs are a good pick here, as like, think of them as advanced fangs, or fangs with bigger range. And on the bright side, they're also good versus fangs, because they outrange them and chew through them really quickly. They're less good versus the Stormcallers, and it's going to bait my opponent to go in Stormcaller Fire. Ooh, more missiles. He's very keen on these missiles. I think it might be working against our opponent though, because it's clipping this Vulcan and slowing it down, which means it's sitting further back and it's safer. Gives him more time for other chaff to get in front of it. Yeah, the Mustangs are doing good. They're clearing the fangs really quickly and getting the balls through onto priority targets. These melting points are still scary though. Kill it before the Vulcan dies, please. Thank you. Right, with the tower down, everything's debuffed, we just have to mop everything up. Nice, that's a good chunk of HP. You can't afford to take too many more rounds like that. So I'm expecting fire on the Stormcallers now. Ooh, haste module. Nothing else is any good for me here. Slam it onto him, and let's pop some shields down in case of acid. Upgrade him because he's carrying super armor and his HP is going to go bonkers. Right, these Mustangs need their level ups as well because they're killing stuff pretty efficiently. The steel balls too because they're kind of mini tanks. And even these crawls are becoming a threat. Let's do them as well. Right, 300 left. Let's do mobile beacon and get some more crawls at the front to distract these Stormcallers in case there is fire. I want them at the edge of his range, just so they shoot the rockets but they're guaranteed to miss. So we want to do this. A little shimmy this way. And these guys go over here to soak up any missiles if needed. 50 left over, let's get speed. We're so close to the end as well, let's push 200, get range and health up. Let's do this. Ooh, range on the fangs, wow, all in on the fangs. But we've already got Mustangs with the range to counter them, so I think we're ahead of the curve here. This EMP's not going to do much, it's a bit weird. Vulcan's putting in good work. They've been our carries all game, really. Wow, even that Scorpion just melted. Whoa. There's the tower, and now the mop-up begins. Let's try and enjoy the glory that is a Vulcan burning its way through the last remnants of our opponent's forces. Wow. GG, sorry dude. I forgot to say good luck, have fun. Wow, I am so rusty. Oh, he wrote something. Hopefully it's nothing nasty or I'll have to blur it out. So strong. Yeah, those Vulcans, particularly one with the super armor, was crazy strong. Right, let's have a look at the battlefield. So the problem was, his melting points didn't really do an awful lot. 20 kills, 7 kills. Even with the heavy armor, they weren't that tanky. 200,000 health, it looks impressive. But once you get balls onto them, they just get deleted. Mistake here was he overemphasized the fangs when I already had a hard counter for them on the board with the Vulcan. And the Mustangs with the range just chew through them already really well. He bought Scorpion as an answer when I was already showing Phoenix on the board, which just counters it very hard. And the Scorpions were positioned so far back with 110 range, which is decent. But it's the same range as a Vulcan, so why not just get a Vulcan in the same point? Because your Giant Specialist is free anyway. It's got more health, it kills chaff faster. Stormcallers were good, they got a lot of kills. But kind of fell off once I got the wider chaff and the mobile beacon at the front. His arc lights, steady number of kills but no upgrades. So I think his mistake here was getting 2 upgrades in the fangs when they weren't his carry units. They were his chaff. Yeah, they got a decent number of kills, but they were just on chaff, and they died in seconds to the big boys. These upgrades could have been better suited on fire as the Stormcallers, and probably range on the melting point, or maybe range on the arc lights. Or maybe even range on the Scorpions would do the same job. Anyway, I'll stop overanalyzing things. We all make mistakes. I'm sure I could have played better as well. Let's see how much combat power we've gained or lost. 600, not bad. 1 MMR though. Oh, I feel bad for her opponent. Oh well, can only beat what the game gives you. Thank you for watching as always, hope you had some fun, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next game in the tournament.